Hi everyone, I'm Anubhav and this is San, a programming language that is built entirely on Android. Here is my Android version, which is 12. San is a tree walking interpreted programming language which is designed to make programming simple while still supporting modern language features. Learning how programming languages work can be difficult because most existing languages have very large and complex implementations, and I wanted to create something that's easier to understand and smaller in size, but it still feels like a real programming language. So the solution is San. San provides a clean syntax with variables, constants, functions, loops, conditionals, user input, and error handling. It also supports basic input and output like standard out and scan for output and input respectively. It also has lexical scoping, which is also known as statically scoped languages. Behind the scenes, it includes a lexer, a recursive descent parser, an abstract syntax tree handler, and a tree walking interpreter. So first of all, let's make a program in Sun. Here we have a function that greets us. San also has comments which have both multi-line and single-line comments. We are gonna implement the single-line comments first, and let's run this command. Let's run this program. So first of all, we'll run the main.py file, which is the entry point, and then we will give it the file as an argument. So San program files end with the .san extension. So main.san is our file name. So let's give it, and you can see it prints out hello. As you can see here, it uses the stdout function. Now let's remove this and make this recursive function. Now this might raise some error because it doesn't have a stop point for recursion, so maximum recursion rate might be reached, but let's do it anyway. As you can see here, it printed hello quite a bunch of times. So another interesting thing about San is it can show you the entire process if you wish. Okay, so let's take for example the backend of this code. So I'm gonna write python main.py, which is the entry point, and then give it the argument, and I'm gonna type the flag which is explicit. Now what this does is that it gives us the tokens which we received from lexical analysis, and also the AST, which is the abstract syntax tree from the parser. So let's run this. Actually, let's not make this a recursive function so that we do not waste our time. So here you can see these are the tokens. As you can see, the program starts with the keyword function here, and here also we have a identifier named greet, which is the function name, then the left parentheses, right parentheses, the brace, and the standout keyword, and so on. It also has the string hello world parsed, and a token which is EOF, which stands for end of file. Next, if we come into the AST, we can see first of all we defined a function. So here it has a program st which stands for the whole program, like the program begins from here, kind of like the main function in C or C or Rust. And then we defined our function. So here is the define function greet. Here is the function name, and here is the function body. Next we call the function. So here is the call greet function, and then it received the est, evaluated it, and while evaluating it gave us the output hello. So why this can be useful, let's see. So sometimes we want to see what exactly went wrong in our programming language. So in that case, it would have been a really nice feature if we could see what tokens it emitted by let's say a specific part if we want to see, or what AST we received. In that sense, we can make our debugging easier. Next, let's test the errors in SAN if they are good. So let's do an unterminated string literal. I'm just gonna type hello world, and I will not close this string. Also, one best part about SAN is you can either use semicolons or skip it. It doesn't matter. Anyways, let's run this, and we will use the explicit flag here. As you can see, it gives us a very clear message, which is unterminated string literal, string source recursive, and unterminated string literal again. Then it also gives us an error code for easier error handling, or so we can easily find out what the error was. It also gives us the line and column. So it was in line 1 and column number 20. So if we go here in this part, so as you can see in this part, you can see the line 1 column 20. It expected a closing quote like inverted semicolon, so it expected that here, so it gave that column. Now if I do this, if I close this, it will successfully run. This is hello world. Now I have a few pre-written programs in SAN which is for testing. So let's run the Fibonacci one. So first of all, we will run the entry point, then give it the file path. So it's in the tests folder named Fibonacci.san. We are gonna skip for the explicit part because it adds unnecessary overhead and delay. As you can see, the 10th Fibonacci number is 55 as we received. Now if we switch it to the 9th one, we will still receive it. Let's remove the explicit keyword. Here we go. Now internally, if we talk about the architecture of SAN, first of all, it goes through the lexical analysis phase. The lexical analysis phase gives us the tokens. So this is an example. These are example of tokens. As you can see, token these. What this does is it turns the words or meaningful chunks of the languages into something the parser can read. Okay, so basically it gives us this sequence of token, and after the lexer or the lexical analysis, the tokens are passed on to the parser. SAN uses a recursive descent parser, which is very simple and easy to implement, and also it is used in many big programming languages too for most parts. So the parses the tokens and removes the unnecessary stuffs like the parentheses, as you can see, parentheses and the braces from the code, and gives us a cleaner version which has hierarchy. This is an example of the output of parser, which is an AST. As we can see, programs are grouped in hierarchy. If we use a mathematical code, then it would have been cleaner. So next, after the parser, it goes on to the interpreter, and this interpreter uses a tree walking structure, which basically walks through every AST or abstract syntax tree and picks out values from them, and then it evaluates them. So basically it works kind of like Python, but it is a simpler version of Python. And lastly, all of our AST nodes or the AST classes are stored in this astnodes.py file. So that's all. Thank you, judges. The main motive of SAN was that it demonstrates that it's possible to build a complete programming language even entirely on an Android. Beyond being a language itself, it's also an educational project that helps learners understand how interpreters and compilers work from the ground up. Thank you so much for watching, judges. Thank you so much for your time. I hope you liked my presentation and demo.